Hi everyone, this is the Hungry Math Professor here, and today I want to discuss the time-old question in the philosophy of mathematics: is math invented or discovered? And I'll start by describing the side of discovered. And the first thing to notice here is that it's not like empirical science. We don't observe triangles and circles and numbers in the physical world around us. Of course, we use these mathematical theories about triangles and circles and numbers in very useful ways to describe the physical world, no doubt about that. But we don't seem to encounter actual triangles or actual circles in the physical world. Instead, it seems like we encounter things that are close enough to circles to where our theory of circles about the area, the circumference, and so on and so forth can be used to describe the physical world. But we wouldn't say that we observe them, right? And we might teach people about numbers by pointing to, collections of three things, and that's probably a very good pedagogical tool, but we wouldn't say that the number 3 exists in these 3 rocks that I'm pointing to, right? So the first issue, if you think math is discovered, is to tell me where is that discovery taking place, or where are these mathematical objects existing so that I can discover them, right? And so the classic way of doing this is to postulate some kind of Platonic realm where these mathematical objects exist. And, there's various different ways of doing that, and I can't go over them all right now. But one thing that might be a little unsatisfying about that is I don't seem to have any kind of access to that world. So you have to somehow explain, it's not like the physical world, so how do I have access to that world, right? And there's different ways of doing that through intuition and so on and so forth. But now let's move to the side of invented. Let's say you don't buy this Platonic realm, you don't like that you can't access it in some way, and so you postulate that math is invented. Well, in some sense, what becomes easy now is that you literally see mathematicians coming up with their own notation, coming up with their own theories. So in that sense, maybe it's easy to claim that it's invented. But what's hard in that side? Well, why do mathematicians seem to agree so much? All over the world, mathematicians seem to be in quite a bit of agreement, even if they have very different cultural backgrounds and things like that. Mathematics seems to be extremely stable over time. Yes, things have changed, of course, in mathematics, but the facts have been extremely stable over time. So how do you explain that? Like, if it's just invented, why don't we see it changing like other fields of science and literature and things like that, and art? Why does it seem to be so stable? It seems to point to some kind of existence beyond ourselves. And you might also worry that if it's invented, that somehow undermines the power of the mathematics as a field. So we're not going to answer this question. What do you think? Is it math invented or discovered?